Hi, hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. This is Vijay Giduturi, and in this video, I'll explain you how to create EKS cluster on AWS. So here you can see this is my AWS Management Console. So first we need to navigate to EKS, Elastic Kubernetes Service. So here you can see right now we don't have any of the EKS clusters. So let's create new EKS cluster. So you can directly select here add cluster, and here you can directly select create. So first we need to provide name of the cluster. So here I'm giving my EKS cluster. So this is the name I am giving. So when comes to Kubernetes version, here I am going to select 1.30. So here we need to create one IAM role and we need to attach that role here. So let's go to IAM and let's create that IAM role. Directly in search bar, search for IAM and we need to open this. Let's come here. So directly select here roles. And here you need to select create role. So here use case we need to select EKS. So you need to select this. And after that you need to select EKS cluster and directly select next. And this is the policy, Amazon EKS cluster policy. So you need to create this IAM role and you need to attach this IAM role to this EKS cluster. So directly select next. And here we need to provide role name. So here I am giving EKS cluster role. Let's give like this. So directly come down. So this is the policy, Amazon EKS cluster policy, and directly select here create role. So here let's select here. So here you can see EKS cluster role. So here you can find that policy. So let's wait, it was loading. So here you can see this is the policy, Amazon EKS cluster policy. So we need to attach this IAM role to this EKS cluster. So directly come here and just reload this. And here you can see this is the role. You need to select this role and directly come down and let's keep this default and directly select next. So here second step is networking. So here we need to provide VPC and we need to provide subnets. So previously I created a custom VPC. So I will select that VPC. So here you can see this is the VPC, my VPC. So I will show you that directly. Let's open this. And here we need to select your VPCs. So here you can see this is the VPC. So previously I created a VPC and I created three different subnets. One is public subnet 1, public subnet 2 and public subnet 3. So I will attach this VPC and subnets here. So this is the VPC and these are three of the subnets. So here you can see these are the subnets I have attached here. So let's come down and here we need to create a security group and we need to attach that security group here, or else you can attach the default security group. So here I will create a custom security group and directly I will come here and here I will select EC2. And in EC2 here you can see security groups. I will select this and here I will create a security group. So first we need to give the security group name. So here I am giving EKSSG security group. So here I will copy this and in description I will paste it here. So here I'm going to create under my VPC. And when comes to inbound rule, here I'm providing all traffic. Okay, let's leave like this and directly select here create security group. So let's select here security groups. So here you can see EKSSG security group has been created with all traffic. So let's come here and let's drop down this, and here it was not showing, so let's reload this. Let's drop down this. Here you can see EKSSG. So I will select this and come down, and here you can see cluster endpoint access. Here I'm going to select public and private and directly select next. So we are not attaching any of the Prometheus, so let's leave this default and directly select next. So let's wait, it was loading. So here also Amazon EKS add-ons. Let's leave this default, guys. So let's leave this default and directly come down and directly select next. So here let's select next. And here you can review all the details. So here these are all the cluster details, and we haven't given any of the tags. And these are the networking details. So this is the VPC we have attached, and these are the security groups. Let's come down. Everything is okay, and directly select here create. So now it takes nearly 10 minutes to create this EKS cluster. So here you can see it is in creating state. So from now it takes nearly 10 minutes to create this EKS cluster. So after creating this EKS cluster, we are going to create node group. So let's wait. Let's wait for 10 minutes. So I will skip this all, guys, because it is in creating state. I will skip this everything. So here you can see cluster has been created. So status here you can see it is in active state. So here you can see my EKS cluster. So it is in active state. So let's open this cluster, and here you can find all the details. So we created a EKS cluster. So now let's create a node group. So directly come to compute, and here you need to select add node group. So first we need to provide node group name. So here I'm giving node group 1. So this is the name I'm giving. So here we need to attach node group IAM role. So let's create an IAM role. So here you can see right now we don't have any of the IAM roles. So let's create an IAM role for this node group. So directly come to again IAM and directly select here roles. And here you need to select create role. And here use case you need to select EC2. And here you need to select EC2 and directly select here next. So from here you need to attach three different policies. Now I will explain you that. So first policy is Amazon EC2 container registry read only. So this is the first policy. So you need to attach this first policy, and the second policy is Amazon EKS CNI policy. So this is the policy Amazon EKS CNI policy. So the third policy is Amazon EKS worker node policy. So this is the third policy. So we need to we need to create an IAM role, and we need to attach this three IAM role to this role. So directly select here next. So first we need to give the role name. So here let's give node group role. So I'm giving this name. So let's come down and directly select here create role. So here you can see these are three are the different types of policies. So let's open this role, node group role. Let's open this. So these are the three different policies. So here you can see Amazon EC2 container read only, and Amazon EKS CNI policy, Amazon EKS worker node policy. So you need to attach these three policies to this node group role, guys. So let's reload this and let's drop down this, and here you can see this is the role. You need to select this IAM role. So directly come down. So I'm leaving this all default. So directly select here next. So here I'm going to select Amazon Linux. Okay. So here I will select T2 medium. Disk size 20 GB is enough. So here you can see node group scaling configuration. So here always it maintains two nodes. So when I open here EC2, so let's select here instances. So here you can see right now we don't have any of the EC2 instance. So when we create node group, automatically two nodes will be created. In nodes are nothing but EC2 instance, guys. So here you can see right now we don't have any of the EC2 instance. So let's come here and desired size let's keep 2 and minimum size let's keep 2 and maximum 2. Okay, enough. So directly select here next. So these three are the different subnets. So let's leave this default and let directly select here next. So here you can see review and create. You can review all the details. So let's directly select here create. So here you can see node group status, it is in creating state. So it takes nearly 5 minutes to create this node group, guys. So we need to wait for the time. So let's directly select here clusters. So here you can see cluster is in add to state. So let's select here compute and here you can find the node group. So node group it is in creating state. So let's directly come to EC2. So let's reload this. So after some time here it will create two different EC2 instance. So that will be created using this node group, guys. So here you can see desired size we have given two. So that's why automatically it will maintain two nodes. So let's reload this. So here you can see one it is in creating state. That means it is in pending state. So after some time you will see another EC2 instance. So here you can see another EC2 instance is it is in running state. It was created with T2 medium. So let's come here and let's see here it is still in creating state. Let's reload this. It is in creating state. So meanwhile let's create another EC2 instance to connect to this EKS cluster. So let's directly come to EC2 and directly select here launch instance. So here name I am giving EKS and here OS let's select Amazon Linux and let's come down and instance type I'm going with T2 micro. So let's create a new key pair EKS key pair. Directly select here create key pair. So when it comes to networking, so here I'm going to select my VPC. So this is the VPC previously I created. So here let's select existing security group which is EKS-SG. So previously I created this. So let's leave this default 8 GB and directly select here launch instance. And let's select instances and let's reload this. So here you can see these two instances are in running state. So let's wait. Let's select this instance. It is in pending state. So meanwhile, let's come to EKS and let's reload this. So here you can see still it is showing not ready. So we need to wait for some time. Still it is in creating state. So it takes nearly 5 minutes to create this node groups, guys. So meanwhile, let's come to EC2 dashboard. So here you can see our instance is in running state. So let's connect to this instance. So here I'm using MoboXtem. So here you can use MoboXtem putty or it may be anything. So directly select your session SSH and we need to paste public IPv4 address. So this is Amazon Linux EC2 instance. So here we need to provide EC2-user. So if you are using Ubuntu, here you need to provide Ubuntu and directly you need to select here advanced SSH settings and you need to select this and here you need to select key pair. So this is the key pair EKS key pair and select OK. So here you can see we connected to our instance. So first we need to update our instance by using sudo yum update -y. So it will update our instance. Let's clear the screen and sudo -i. So it will become to root user. So now we need to install AWS CLI. So directly come here, open new tab, install AWS CLI. So this is the AWS official documentations, guys. Directly select here Linux and come down. So these are the commands to install AWS CLI. So before doing this, we need to install unzip package. So directly come here and sudo yum install unzip-y. So it will install unzip package. So after completing this, let's come here, copy this, come here and paste it here. Sorry. Let's come here and let's copy this. And now it will install AWS CLI. So AWS hyphen version. So here you can see AWS CLI version and this is the Python version. So now we need to install kubectl, guys. So let's come here and here I will open my GitHub. So here you can see these are the commands to install kubectl on Amazon Linux. So vi script.sh. So here I'm going to create a file. I will keep this in insert mode and I will paste this and OK. And I will save this and ls. So here you can see this is the file, or here you can directly hit ll. So here you can see for this file it doesn't have any executable permissions. So here I will provide executable permission sudo chmod 777 script.sh and let's select ll. So here you can see it was having read write execute read write execute read write execute permission. So sh script.sh. So now it will install kubectl. So after completing this, let's see kubectl. So here you can see this is the kubectl version. So here you can see this is the kubectl version. So let's leave this. So now let's select AWS S3 LS. So I think we don't have yes, we don't have credentials. So we need to create IAM user credentials and we need to provide that credentials here by using AWS configure. So here we need to provide access key, secret key. So directly come here and open here users. So this is IAM, guys. Directly go to users and here select any of the user. Here I'm going to select Vijay Gituri user security credentials. And here you need to create access key and secret key. Directly select here create access key. You need to select CLI command line interface and you need to check mark this, select next, and here directly select create access key. So this is the access key and this is the secret access key. So directly copy this access key, come here and paste it here and select enter. Come here, copy secret access key and paste it here, enter. So here we need to provide region name. So let's come to EKS. So here I created EKS in AP South 1, I think so. So here you can see AP South 1. So let's come here and AP South 1. Okay. So now let's select AWS S3 LS. So here you can see it was working fine. It was displaying the files. Okay. It was working fine. Let's leave this. So let's come here and let's reload this. Let's see whether it was created or not. So here you can see our node group also created. It is in add to state. So here two nodes are in up and running. So let's connect to this EKS cluster. So to connect to this EKS cluster, we are having one command, guys. So we need to perform that command here. AWS EKS hyphen region. So here we need to provide the region name. So in which region we created our EKS cluster. So here you can see I created my EKS cluster on AP South 1. So here I'm giving AP South 1. And here update hyphen kube config hyphen name. So here we need to give the cluster name. Directly come here, directly select your clusters. So this is the cluster name. I will copy this and I will come here and I will paste it here. Sorry, or else let's type this my EKS cluster. So let's come here, let's verify this. So here you can see my EKS cluster. So okay, let's directly select here, enter. So now here you can see we connected to our EKS cluster. So when I select here kubectl get all. So here you can see we don't have any of the pods and everything. So this is the default service which is created by Kubernetes. So this is the Kubernetes service. So let's leave this. So let's select kubectl get nodes. So it will display the nodes. So here you can see these are the two different nodes. Let's see the IPs kubectl get nodes -o void. So here you can see this is the internal IP and this is the external IP. So let's verify our external IP, or else let's verify our internal IP 10.0.0.27. So let's come here and let's select here instances. Let's open this. So here you can see 10.0.0.27. So this is the one instance. So let's check this instance. So let's see another instance private IPv4 address is 10.0.1.230. So here you can see 10.0.1.230. So these are the two different nodes. Nodes are nothing but these are the EC2 instance, guys. So when I select kubectl get all, it will display all the pods, deployment services, and each and everything, guys. So we don't have right now. We don't have any of the things. So let's create a pod, simple pod, VIM pod.yml. So I will come here to my GitHub repository. So here I'll copy this. I'll paste it here. Okay. So here you can see for container name, here I'm giving my container. So here I'm going to take image name Nginx. So let's save this and let's select kubectl apply -f pod.yml. So here you can see pod has been created. So when I select here kubectl get pods -o void. -o void is nothing but it will display each and everything information, guys. So let's keep like this and enter. So here you can see this is the IP for this pod. So it is in up and running. So here you can see one by one and it is in up and running. So if you want to delete this pod, kubectl delete -f pod.yml. So pod has been deleted. So let's wait. So again, let's select kubectl get pods -o void. So here you can see we don't have any of the pods. So let's do one thing, guys. So now you can understand we created an EKS cluster. So here you can see we created an EKS cluster and we created a node group with two different nodes. So here you can see we created with two different nodes. So these are the nodes. So these two are the nodes. And after that, we created another EC2 instance. And using this EC2 instance, we connected to our EKS cluster. So this is the command to connect to our EKS cluster. So here you can see this is the command to connect to our EKS cluster. So here always you need to change the region name. So if you are creating in some other region, you need to provide the region name, and here you need to provide the cluster name. So up to here, this is okay. So now let's do one thing. Let's create a node group. So let's select here VIM deployment.yml. Let's keep this in insert mode and let's come here and let's select my GitHub repository. So here let's copy this. Okay, this is the Nginx image. Okay, fine. Let's come here and let's paste it here. So here you can see we are going to create a deployment, and here in deployment image you can see we are going to take Nginx colon latest. So we are going to take the Nginx image. So after that we are going to create a service with the node port. So here you can see this is the port, container port. So, okay, I will create a dedicated video on pod services, deployments, replica sets, and ingress and everything, guys. So first, let's see this. and let's select kubectl get all. So right now we don't have any of the pods and deployments and services and everything. So this is the default service which is created by Kubernetes, guys. So let's select ls. So let's execute this file kubectl apply -f deployment.yml. So now it will create a deployment and it will create a service. So here you can see deployment has been created and service has been created. So when I select here kubectl get deployments. So here you can see we created a deployment. So let's select, let's see services. Sorry, let's see services. kubectl get svc. So here you can give services or else svc. Anything is no problem, guys. So here you can see it was running under 30109 node port, guys. So this is the node port. So we need to access using this node port. So let's select here kubectl get nodes -o wide. So here you need to copy this external IP of any of the node and you need to access with port 30109. So let's come here and copy this public IPv4 address and come here and paste it here and colon, and we need to copy the node port. So this is the node port 30109 and let's paste it here and select enter. So here why it was not working means we need to, in security groups, we need to give access to port 30109. So let's do one thing. Let's select instances and let's go to security groups, or else here directly select security, and here you need to open this security group and here edit inbound rules. So here you need to select add rule, custom TCP. So here we need to give that port 30109 30109. Let's select this and save rule. So let's come here and let's see whether it will work or not. So here you can see welcome to Nginx. So it was working fine. So if you copy second node group IP, so let's come here. Let's select here instances. So if you copy second node public IP address and you can access with port 30109. This is the node group port, guys. So here you can see welcome to Nginx. It is working fine. So 30109 is nothing but it is our service node port, guys. So here you can see this is the service node port. So and yes, in this video, I just explained you how to create EKS cluster and how to create node group and how to connect to your EKS cluster. So for best purpose, I created deployments and services and everything. So when I select here kubectl get all -o wide. So here you can see for best practice, I have created deployment and services. So in deployment, we created three different pods. In replicas, I have given three. So I will show you that, guys. VAM deployment.yaml. So here you can see replicas, I have given three. So it will maintain continuously three different pods. So here you can see container we have, sorry, image we are going to take Nginx colon latest. So here you can see this is the output. Welcome to Nginx. So this is the welcome page. So let's come here. So this is the service YAML file. So we created a service with type node port. So here we haven't mentioned any of the node port. So it was taken by default, guys. So yes, by hitting kubectl get all -o wide, you can display all the details. So and yes, that's it for today's video. Now I'll explain you how to remove this EKS cluster. So let's come here. So first let's delete this all. So kubectl delete -f deployment.yaml. So we created all this by using single file which is deployment.yaml. So if you delete this deployment.yaml file, this service will be removed and deployment will be removed and pods will be removed. So let's select enter. So here you can see deleted and kubectl get all. So here you can see we have only one service, which is the default service, which is created by Kubernetes. So, and yes guys, let's leave this. So here you can see we don't have anything. So first, let's delete this EKS cluster. So before deleting this EKS cluster, first we need to delete this node group. So directly select your node group and directly select your delete. And here you need to copy this node group name, copy this, come here and paste it here, directly select here, delete. So now it takes nearly 5 minutes to delete this node group. So after deleting this node group, you can directly delete your EKS cluster. So this is the cluster. So first you need to delete node group. So here you can see it is in deleting state. So after deleting this, you can see here these two instance will be deleted. That means two instance will be terminated, guys. So let's select this instance and let's terminate this instance. Terminate and terminate. So let's wait. After some time, automatical. So here you can see one instance is in shutting down state. Sorry, here you can see one node group, it is in shutting down state. So why? Because means we are deleting here node group. So here you can see we are going to delete here node group. So that's why here uh, one instance has been terminated. So automatically this instance also, this node will also terminate it, guys. So let's reload this. So still it is in running state. So let's wait for some time. So I will skip this, guys, because it takes nearly 5 minutes. So after deleting this node group, after deleting this node group, let's delete EKS cluster. So I will skip this all, guys. So here you can see after 5 minutes, our node group has been deleted. So here you can see we don't have any of the node group, no nodes. So let's directly come to EC2 and let's reload this. So here you can see our two nodes has been terminated. So let's come here to EKS and let's remove this EKS cluster. So directly select this cluster and directly select here delete. So here we need to give the cluster name, my EKS cluster. Directly select here delete. So let's reload this. So here you can see it is in deleting state. So now it takes nearly 5 to 10 minutes to delete this EKS cluster. So, and yes guys, that's it for today's video. And if you like my video, please do like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel, guys, and see you in the next video, and bye.